Today, we're diving into the book of Genesis, the grand opening act of the Bible. Genesis is packed with incredible stories, powerful themes, and timeless lessons. Whether you're familiar with these tales or hearing them for the first time, get ready for an epic journey from the dawn of creation to the foundation of the nation of Israel. Let's set the stage. Genesis is the first book of the Bible, traditionally attributed to Moses, and it was written somewhere between the 15th and 13th centuries BCE. Genesis kicks off the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Old Testament, and lays the groundwork for the entire biblical narrative. It's divided into 2 main parts, the primeval history and the patriarchal history. Primeval history covers the first 11 chapters of the Bible, detailing the creation of the world, the fall of humanity, the Great Flood, and the Tower of Babel. Imagine the world in complete darkness, and then, in a burst of divine creativity, God speaks light into existence. Over 6 days, He forms the sky, land, sea, and every living creature, culminating in His masterpiece, humanity. Adam and Eve, the first humans, enjoy paradise in the Garden of Eden. This isn't just a story about beginnings, it's about purpose and design. But paradise doesn't last. Tempted by the serpent, Adam and Eve eat the forbidden fruit, and sin enters the world. This pivotal moment explains so much about human nature and our need for redemption. Fast forward to Noah. Humanity's wickedness prompts God to hit the reset button with a massive flood. Noah builds an ark, saving his family and 2 of every animal species. After the flood, God makes a promise symbolized by the rainbow, vowing never to flood the earth again. Humanity's pride peaks with the Tower of Babel. People try to build a tower to the heavens, and God confuses their languages, scattering them across the earth. It's a powerful lesson on the dangers of hubris and the importance of humility. Patriarchal history spans chapters 12 to 50 of Genesis, chronicling the lives and faith journeys of the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. Let's meet Abraham, the father of faith. God calls him to leave his homeland for a new land and promises to make him a great nation. Despite many challenges, Abraham's story is one of trust and faithfulness. God's covenant with him includes the promise of countless descendants and blessings to all nations through his lineage. The story continues with Abraham's son Isaac and his grandson Jacob. Jacob, later named Israel, has 12 sons who become the 12 tribes of Israel. These chapters are filled with drama, including sibling rivalry, deception, and redemption. One of the most captivating stories is Joseph's. Sold into slavery by his jealous brothers, Joseph rises to power in Egypt and eventually saves his family from famine. His story is a roller coaster of betrayal, resilience, and forgiveness, showcasing God's providence in the midst of adversity. The key themes of the book of Genesis include creation and fall. These opening chapters explain the origins of the world and humanity, highlighting both the beauty of God's creation and the tragedy of human sin. Covenant. God's promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob form the backbone of Genesis. These covenants reveal God's faithfulness and His plan to bless all nations. Judgment and grace. From the flood to the Tower of Babel, Genesis shows God's justice, but also His mercy and grace. Faith and obedience. The patriarchs' stories illustrate the importance of trusting and obeying God, even when the path is uncertain. What can we practically learn and apply from Genesis? Trust in God's plan. Just as Abraham and Joseph trusted God through uncertainty and trials, we too can trust that God has a plan for our lives. Faith and obedience. Genesis teaches us the value of obedience to God's commands, as seen in the lives of Noah, Abraham, and others. Understanding human nature. The fall of Adam and Eve gives us insight into human nature and the pervasiveness of sin, helping us understand our need for redemption through Jesus. God's faithfulness. Despite human failure, God remains faithful to His promises, offering hope and assurance for us today. Forgiveness and reconciliation. Joseph's forgiveness of his brothers is a powerful example of grace and reconciliation, reminding us to forgive others and trust in God's sovereignty. So, there you have it, the book of Genesis. It's not just ancient history, it's a living, breathing narrative that speaks to us today. From creation to covenant, judgment to grace, Genesis is the epic beginning of God's incredible story with humanity. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the Bible.